Hello everyone, this is Professor J. Kim. Today I'm going to show you how to use a classic tween and what we can do with a classic tween. So let me test the movie. I will show you what we're going to have. See? So in classic tween, we can change the position, we can change the scale, we can change the angle, we can change the opacity value, also the speed. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button, and set the alarm for my latest video. Then let's get started. Okay, so first please download this file from the link down below. This is a Photoshop file with 3 layers. One background image, second the logo of New Hampshire, and the hiker. So what I'm gonna do, create another layer. So let me hide this top two, and on this bottom layer, let me choose my quick selection tool. I'm gonna select this mountains, that area. Okay, and let me copy this, and let me paste it. Sorry. Paste it in place. Okay, so we have 2 more layers. I'm gonna have my logo in between these 2. So what happens is, if I move this logo down, it goes behind the mountain. Okay, all right. So now we are ready to do. So next thing is, first, go to Adobe Animate, create a new document, new movie file, 600 pixel by 600 pixel, and 30 frame rate, and HTML5 canvas. HTML5, and create it. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit, and then back to Photoshop. I'm gonna copy and paste each layer. So first one, this bottom one. So let me select all and copy, and back to Animate. In this new layer, the bottom layer, let me paste it center. Okay, so somewhere there, like that. And I'm gonna change the height up to 600, just for now. Okay, let me place it center. That's good. Now I'm gonna rename this layer as a BG layer. BG layer. Now let me go back to Photoshop. This time I'm gonna copy the logo. So edit, copy, and back to Adobe Animate. And I'm gonna make a new layer. This layer will be named logo. And let me paste it somewhere there. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, about that size. Let me fit to page. Okay, now back to Photoshop. Let me select the new background layer we copied and pasted. So let me copy this, edit, copy, and in my Adobe Animate, I'm gonna create another new layer. This time I'm gonna rename it as a BG number 2. BG number 2, and let me paste it. See? And let me rescale using this free transform tool. Hold down the shift key. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, about the same width. It's okay. I'm gonna place it at the bottom. So as you can see that the logo is kind of hidden by this mountain. We'll move down a little bit. So there, that looks good. I'm trying to line up. Make it a little bit smaller. I think the size is okay, but just to make it fit. Okay, that's good. Now, back to Photoshop, I need a hiker. Hiker, select the hiker layer and copy this layer, and then back to Animate, making a new layer. This layer is going to be named as hiker. Sorry, hiker. And let me paste it. Okay, I'm going to make him a little bit smaller. About that size, or even a little bit bigger, like that. Okay, and then my logo. Oops. My logo, let me move it up so I can see it. Oops. Yep, my logo. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a text layer. Let me type hike free. Yeah, state motto of my state, New Hampshire. So live free or die. So I'm using it, hike free. Okay, so I'm kind of set with the basic layout. And then let me try this. What I'm gonna do is, let me set the position better here. Okay. First, select your text layer because I want to animate the letter individually. So I'll select your text, go to modify, and break apart. Now it separates the individual letter, and then go to modify menu again, timeline, and distribute to layers. See that? Okay, so I can keep it, but I want to break apart again so I can have some more effect. So break apart. So now this is the other graphics. Okay, now we are ready to do something. So first the thing is, I want to animate the background, hiker, and then a logo first. Then I'm going to animate my the letters later. So let me hide all letters for now. I'm hiding each letter. Okay, then let's do this. From the bottom layer, background layer, I'm going to highlight, let me choose my selection tool, 1 second mark, which is a frame number 30, and then let me hold down the shift key, click on frame number 30 on hiker layer, then insert keyframe. Okay, now select all layers, background layer, hold down the shift key, click on the hiker layer, so they are all highlighted in blue. Then place your mouse cursor somewhere in between, anywhere, any layer, then hold down the control key or right click and choose create classic tween. So nothing's happening yet. Now we can make some change. So first, let me place my playhead, this time indicator, at the very beginning, and then the first background layer. I'm gonna keep it, and then highlight the first keyframe. Choose your free transform tool. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So hold down the shift key, a little bit bigger, like that. So it does this. Okay, next, my logo. I just want to change the position. So we change the scale. Now I'm going to change the position of this logo. So you go under that mountain on your first keyframe, on your point A. So this will happen. Okay, so it looks good. And then the background number 2, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to change it. The hiker, I'm going to change the size a little bit. At the very beginning, let me start from the little bit smaller size. So choose your free transform tool on frame number 1, hold down the shift key, let me make it a little bit smaller, and the bottom. So this will happen. Okay, so it looks good. If you want to change the speed a little bit, what we can do is, for example, this New Hampshire logo, which is this layer, logo layer. Highlight the frame number 1, point A, first keyframe, and in your properties panel, you're going to see that ease options. I'm going to change it to -100 and see the difference. See? It's getting faster. So we can control the speed as well. Okay, now let's do something with my text. So my all text is now visible. I want to have my text animation after this. So what I'm going to do is select the all first keyframe by holding down the shift key. Select all and move it to 1 second mark there. Okay, and then I'm going to make kind of a little bit faster animation for my text. So highlight the frame number 40 on top layer, hold down the shift key, and then highlight the frame number 40 on your first letter, which is letter H in this case. Then insert the keyframe. Okay, now select all text layers by holding down the shift key, then place your mouse cursor somewhere in between and hold down the control or right click, keep pressing, and choose create classic tween. Okay, so it looks good. Now let's make some change. So first let's do that from the first letter. So we're going to do it one by one. So first letter H, highlight the first keyframe, which is the point A. Then open your transition transform panel. If you do not see it, it is on the window and transform. Okay. Make sure you check the constraint link. I'm gonna make it 300% larger. And I'm gonna rotate 90-degree angle. Again, 90. And then color effect, I'm gonna change the opacity value down to 0. So this will happen. See? Okay, I will do the same thing for next letter. Open transform, 300% larger, rotate 90-degree angle, and alpha value down to 0. Next letter, K, transform 300% and 90-degree angle, and color effect alpha value down to 0. I'm repeating the same steps, repetition, 300%, 90-degree angle, and alpha value down to 0. Transform, 300%, rotate 90-degree angle, oops, I'll do it again, 90, and the alpha value, 0. 3 more to go. 300%, 90-degree angle, and the alpha. Transform, 300%, oops, again, 300, yes, and then 90-degree angle, and alpha. And the last one, transform, 300, 90-degree, and alpha. So watch. This happens. Okay. Well, also, I want to control the speed a little bit. So let me highlight the first keyframe only of all text layers. Let me hold down the shift key. I'm highlighting all first keyframe. Then this time I'm gonna change the maybe ease option to up to 100. And you will see the difference. See, it's getting faster. Okay, then next thing is, don't worry about your missing background. I want to give a kind of a little bit time delay. So for now, all 8 letters are coming in at the same time, but I want to give it some little different time gap. So H is okay. I'm going to leave it as it is. My next letter I, let me move it to the right 5 more frames. K, highlight the K layer, keep pressing the grab it, and then up to 50. Next, keep pressing mouse button up to 55. Next, up to 60. Next, up to 65. Next, up to 70. And the last letter up to 75. So now watch what we have so far. That's pretty cool. The problem is at the end, I only see the letter E, the last one. So I need to keep the position of each one. So, except the top layer, highlight the frame number 75, the second layer from the top. Then hold down the shift key, highlight the all last frames on the 75, and insert the keyframe. So then you can keep it. You can keep everything. Isn't it cool? Okay. So so far I just used the classic tween only. I changed the scale, I changed the angle, I changed the opacity value, I changed the position, and I changed the speed. So with the classic tween, you can do a lot of things. Let me test it. Under Controls menu, Test Movie in browser. It's pretty good, but it keeps looping. So let's say I want to export as an MP4 file for my Instagram post, then it will just keep looping like this. So I want to make it stay a little longer. So go to Animate again. So my entire time duration is about 2.5 seconds. So I want to make it stay about 3 more seconds. So maybe 6 seconds total. Highlight the frame number 180, which is 6-second mark. Hold down the shift key. Highlight all frames. Then insert the keyframe. Then it will stay there about 3.5 seconds and will replay. So let's see. Control, Test Movie in browser. Done. 1, 2, 3, and again. So the viewer has enough time to read your text, and it keeps looping. So now I'm going to show you how to export this file as an MP4 video file for the social media. So first, let me save my file. Save as. I'm going to save as in my class Tween folder as New Hampshire.fla. And then go to File. Before you export it, make sure your media encoder is open. Media encoder. So go to File, Export, Export Video and Media. And I'm not gonna change anything. And make sure your format is H.264 and default. And then my destination is gonna be here, the classic Tween, New Hampshire. Save it and export it. Let me check my media encoder. It is processing. It's done. So let me check my folder now. So I have, New Hampshire MP4 file. Let me play it. Nice. Again. Okay, so that's it. So I showed you how to use the classic tween and what we can do with the classic tween. So next video, I'm going to explain about the motion tween. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.